Hello guys, and welcome back to episode 12 of the Sino-Soviet Union playthrough. In the last episode, we just finished up a war with Saudi Arabia, and we got to say hello to our good buddy Castro coming into power. In this episode, we have another war on the menu. We have a little bit of a collapse, let's just say a huge mistake culminating on Democide that we got to see a couple episodes ago. If you remember, he told me not to worry about it. If you can't guess it, just wait. You'll see what it is. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. New alliance formed. Korea and North Vietnam. Well, that's good. That's a smart alliance. I'm glad they did that. Now, maybe North Vietnam can try to teach Korea how to not bleed people. Korea has so much potential and they're already so strong, but they're just slowly losing population and it's annoying to watch. They're just dumb. But their leaders, their government is just not doing things right. But hey man, at least they're militarized as fuck. For how tiny they really are militarized as fuck. They could really give a lot of European countries a run for their money right now.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna go after Tibet next.
I know who to not go for. I'm looking at some of the other countries I wasn't really looking at, like Jordan and Israel, and they're like broke. So if I colonize them, they'd still be broke. Those would have to be annexes right there.
Yeah, Muscat's broke.
Yeah. Yeah, they are. Yemen's almost broke as well.
Iran, on the other hand, they have quite a bit of debt.
Iran
they have
has debt, but they have money, so they'd be a good colony. Unlike Turkmenistan, just to the north of them. No matter how many times I bail them out, they find a way to need more money. It's like, I'm trying to help you guys. Just, maybe build something or something. I actually went ahead and I built something through Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan. I expanded a railroad network so I could actually take a railroad down south to Iran if I needed to. Especially because it connects to roads right there.
I'm debating whether to get Tibet or if I should just annex my colony.
You want to annex your colony? Why do you need to annex anybody?
Ugaristan.
Why do you need to annex anybody? That's what I want to know. Your economy's fine. More people wouldn't help you in any way.
It's not the pop. It's... Do I just keep funneling money to them? Or
do they keep running out of money?
Pretty much.
I would probably say that it's something to do with the fact that you made half of their industry uranium mines. Realistically, I would have just built that in your own territory, and you do have uranium. You either need to make them self-sufficient, if you're going to try to exploit them like that, or you're going to have to funnel money into them, or, yeah, you just have to annex them. Although the thing is that you might as well just build the uranium on your own land rather than annex them, because these uranium mines on their land, if you annexed, would perform not as optimally as uranium mines on your own land. The US is still gaining people like crazy. They're up to almost 220 million. They're growing pretty quick. Your territory is getting nice and full of combat engineers, but then again, most countries are at this point. Anyone with any kind of military development has these by now. But they're still not entirely... They're not really surpassed in terms of mobile units yet. They're pretty top of the line. Oh my god, I just looked at Cuba. Look at Cuba, dude. Fuck happened to them?
Yeah, you want them as an ally?
How did they do that? What even?
I don't want to figure it out.
I'm gonna try and fix Cuba here. I don't know what the hell they did. I'm just gonna throw 2 bill at them for free. And see if that gets them afloat. If it does, yay. If it doesn't, well,
Hey,
fuck.
I'm now bleeding 11 million people.
Great. Cuba's bleeding so many people right now. Cuba's still operational, which is good. They're not bleeding nearly as many people anymore. They're deflating like a motherfucker. They have a credit rating of I didn't even know credit ratings could get that low. 0.4%. I didn't think they could go under. Yeah, I didn't know they could get that low. And they're deflating like a motherfucker. Massive unemployment. Alright. Italy and Jordan just made an alliance. Interesting. Oh, by the way, it's a fun fact. When you do attack a place, people are not guaranteed to come to that place's aid, even if they have an alliance. My longest range missile is called the Spanker. Just thought I should let you know that.
Matt and I would have a field day with that missile.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god, Israel just went under. Minus 72 mil for such a tiny place. They're out of money.
Yeah, but I just went out of money for a little bit.
Yeah, you did.
All I did was turn my social spending back up.
That's a tough thing to do. I'm running a constant negative 75 mil every day with my social spending the way it is. It's not even maxed out. And by maxed out, I mean 100% on the board. Remember, 100% is halfway.
I only put mine halfway on like 3 or 4 different things.
You have a lot more people, and they're not very wealthy, so you're not making as much in taxes. Like, we've been over this before, population can be a gigantic burden. Speaking of burden, there's a new independent country, Togoland. Where the hell did that go? It's neutral, so I will support its independence. But yeah, until your people get more money for you to tax them, you're not going to be able to socially spend as much as, say, I am. Because you have over 5 times my people and a fraction of my GDP per capita.
Okay, I have healthcare staying at up close to 100%. Education's getting up there. Infrastructure. Everything else is down below it.
Yeah, but again, if me having everything except social assistance at around the 100% mark gives me currently a minus 80 something million deficit a day. Imagine taking that, multiplying it to meet your population, and then subtracting all the income, like 10 times the income. You shouldn't expect similar results to what I'm able to do. Not with someone like China. Not while your population is so poor. I just tested it and I'm pretty sure I'm bugged. When I fund insurgency against people, it just doesn't do anything. It doesn't even, count the money as being spent.
So wait, are you saying this playthrough is, borked?
I'm saying, for me, I am unable to utilize the fund insurgency feature. Because no matter what I set the funding to, it has no effect, and it doesn't even start consuming any money.
The reason I asked is, do you find that a very important feature for you?
No. It helps, but I can live without it.
Because I was going to say, if you really need that feature, we could always
No.
redo this campaign.
No. I'm fine the way it is. It's just, I'm confident now that I am bugged and that just no longer works for me. I don't know why, but I've tried testing it. The spending doesn't change, their military approval doesn't change, nothing changes.
I'm trying to get my economy spinning in upwards. I went as far as to reduce taxes. Basically, low income 55%, high income 62%, corporate 62%, small business 55%. Sales tax I put down to 45. Well, it's 44.8% now. Unemployment 8%, property tax 7%, pension tax 8%. And they're not happy with me reducing their taxes. What's wrong?
Make sure that your AI isn't adjusting trade costs to make up the difference.
Oh, I have everything. I have everything locked. he can't touch any of my goods.
Well, one way to make them happy is to make things cheaper, so that's a note. And
Everything is very
that's
cheap.
a really good way to get your inflation going too, if that's what you're looking for.
My agriculture is 2% above what it takes to produce.
Well, sell it for 0%.
Let's see.
Remember, check all the things: agriculture, timber,
Lumber,
oil, electricity.
Timber is
consumer
3%
goods.
higher. Petroleum 3% higher. Electricity 3% higher. Consumer goods 3% higher.
Well, stop trying to profit off your citizens then. I don't know.
It's
I
barely even a profit.
I don't know. If you really want more inflation, do that. That's a good way to spur inflation. I don't think you need more inflation. Your inflation looks good where it is. Someone got independence. It's Mali Federation.
Hey, they're leaning Axis or Warsaw. I mean,
Are they?
yeah,
Oh,
they're
nice.
light red. We'll
Their
support
government,
that.
their government hasn't updated yet. On my screen, it still says that they don't exist. All right, I'll support their independence though. Oh, now it says they exist. Yeah, they're a democracy, but they're leaning towards us. How interesting. Well, they just started liking me more after I supported everything, and it looks like they'll give me everything short of formal alliance for free. All right, I'll take it.
I forget where are they. I forgot to click on
West Africa. I found another thing to support, and that got them to love me. And someone else is free. I recognized the flag before I saw what country it was. It's Somalia, and they hate our guts. So I'm condemning that. Congo achieves independence and hates us. Condemn independence. Bad. We don't like you. They're a dictatorship and they're aligned fucking NATO. How rude. Oh my god, another one! And it's Jesus Christ. What's happening? This one was, Somaliland. The Italian Somaliland just got freed, and they also, of course, after merging with the other Somaliland, don't like us. Oh boy, there's gonna be some wars in Africa.
It's gonna be wars everywhere.
Hey man, at least there's just some shitty countries in Africa now, and not colonies feeding stuff to the UK and France and Italy. Like that last one, that was an Italian colony. That was like Italy's only colony, and they just got rid of it. Flag change. New flag for the United States. Hey! How many stars are on this one? By the way, I am forging justification against Iran. It's pretty soon after I went for Saudi Arabia, but I do want to try to get Iran before they end up getting allied with someone. Anyone else I don't really give a shit about. But yeah, Iran's big and they matter and they have a lot of oil and it's important. Plus, that pretty much cements my control over the Middle East. With Iran and Saudi Arabia, Iraq, even Syria, with all these countries under my control, I own the Middle East pretty much.
You need any military goods?
I have the military goods. With technology, my capacity to produce it has gone like 10 times. If I wanted to, I could be producing nearly 20,000 tons per day. I'm not actually going through Iraq, by the way. I'm going through the Caucasus mainly. I have a couple people going to Turkmenistan just in case, but I'm mainly going through the Caucasus. I figured it would just be easier this way, going through my own land rather than I have to sail to Iraq to get into Iraq because I don't have Iran and we don't have Turkey. When I have Iran though, I'll have full transit from the Soviet Union all the way down to the bottom of Saudi Arabia unimpeded. The only thing I'll be impeded by technically is a land route to Egypt because of Israel. Israel's broke now, so Damn, you're emigrating 33 million people a year. That's crazy.
I can't help it.
Overall, you're like losing over 40 million people a year net. Remind me how you lost, like, how you got yourself 86 billion in debt, by the way, originally. You were testing something out and said, don't worry about it. What was that again?
I wanted to play around with some things a bit more, but I was trying to increase my economy bar.
Oh, what? Don't worry about the bar. The bar doesn't matter.
Like, I was trying to figure out how to get a higher influx of money.
That bar does not matter. And that bar is also relative. And when you're being compared to the United States right now, don't worry about your bar. That bar doesn't mean anything. You got yourself 86 billion in debt over a bar. Great.
Well, it wasn't specifically a bar itself. I was just trying to get my daily income higher.
By running yourself into heavier debt than anyone. Hey, West Germany's starting to catch up, though. They're at 60 billion. But hey, Cyprus is free. And they're dark blue. I will condemn their dark blueness.
You know what? Since my people are leaving and I need to kill off some stuff. There we go. My finances should actually be better now.
Are you just destroying your social spending?
Yeah.
Oh god.
I turned everything down except for
You don't need to send your people packing. That's not the way to fix this.
the problem is those were the only had my infrastructure, education, and healthcare active. Everything else was turned off.
A lot of other things aren't as expensive as those things. Nothing else is as expensive as those.
So should I turn the other things on?
Like law enforcement. Law enforcement is something that should always be on, and it's cheap. It is cheap. Cultural subsidy is super cheap compared to those things. If you halved those things and turned on law enforcement, cultural subsidy, and maybe even environment, maybe, it would, like, you wouldn't even be spending more if you turn those up to 100% after having healthcare, education, and infrastructure.
Okay, I basically turned the other things to the middle ground, like half on the bar.
Half on the bar is 100% demo.
And I barely touched healthcare and...
Just confirm one thing. Have you been trying to bring any sliders all the way to the right?
No.
Okay, thank God.
I was thinking about turning a lot of things down, getting the money, and then just clearing out the debt.
I just don't even know how you got yourself into this situation. I don't know how you did this. I feel like I say that every time we play this game, but I just don't know how you destroyed your finances this badly. Have you considered raising the prices of which you sell goods to your people to something more like 20 to 30%? Or 15 to 30%, and especially higher for things like consumer goods and maybe electricity or oil, and using that money to fund your social spending? Because I remember you saying that you had them all very low, and I mean, I didn't fully understand why you had it like that, and I still don't, but mine, like, I'm charging 43% markup for consumer goods. For electricity, I'm charging 42% more. Food, I'm charging only 2% more because it encourages health. Oil, I'm charging 39% more. Wood, 49% more. Everything except food, I'm charging an atrocious markup for, and it's keeping me afloat even while running such a disgusting deficit. That being said, I'm pretty much ready to go to war with Iran. 70% war justification, both ways. My current treaty integrity is 83%, so it'll take a good hit from this, but so long as I colonize it, I can enter a state of recovery afterwards and be happy knowing that I control the Middle East. Me. Although I really want to take Cyprus now.
Alright, everything except for food is at 50% markup, and food is at 1%. I'm going to leave it a little bit like this, and then I'll slowly raise my spending up a bit. That way I could pay off some of this debt while I'm slowly ramping it up.
The world's so like, right now, that declaring this war is a little concerning, but hey man, for the motherland, and let's go.
There it is, and I'm ordering food while this goes on.
Yeah.
Well, I could pay off my entire debt quickly if I just let it run like this for a bit.
Is this new plan working for you?
I actually never knew you set everything except for food above 5%.
I usually don't even set food down there. I only have food so low because I'm directly controlling it. But selling stuff to your people, that's one of the only two ways you directly get money. And oh my god, my troops are just charging in. And there's a lot of Iranian troops, a lot of recon, a lot of combat engineers, some TL-1 rovers. This is a whole different ballpark than fighting in Saudi Arabia.
But the good thing is you have the rail line.
Yeah, I have a rail line, just, oh my god, just sending so many troops down there. Oh boy.
I'm gonna get a huge,
And over on the right, I'm attacking as well. And they have a lot of troops over there as well. I didn't bring nearly as much over here, but I mainly put stuff here to play defensive. But, yeah. It's on the right that they're kind of scoring some points on me. But for how long? Over on the left, my troops are just starting to zerg in here. My maintenance costs are, of course, going up now that I'm at war. 7.8% inflation. Some guys coming in on the left. Hey, some allied troops are coming. Wait, what? Just people from some of my colonies, some Romanians. Yep, the Warsaw Pact is just sending aid in mass right now. So for whatever reason I run into any issues, I'm gonna have a whole bunch of friends at my back soon. I'm actually losing some units. Lost about 10 units already. That's more than I lost in the entire war in Saudi Arabia. I guarantee you most of it is in the east. Looks like I pushed back whatever they have in the east though. And Afghanistan has sent a little bit of troops, like some recon, to help me. Here come these friendly troops. Where are these coming from? What country is this? Is that Moldova?
what, the black, red, and green?
The red, green, and red. Yeah, that's Moldova. Moldova is sending me troops, because Moldova actually has, like, two land fabs. Well, thank you, Moldova. There are some supply issues slowing this stuff down, but it's not nearly as bad as Saudi Arabia, and it's going smooth. It's going pretty damn smooth. Let's look at their losses so far. Already 59 dead. Over 33,000 people of theirs have died already. Damn, dude. I made contact with the Iraqi border, and now some Iraqi troops are coming to assist me. Even on the east, where I just originally sent a defensive force, my AI is now sending troops from, like, Siberia and shit. And now I'm pushing on both fronts.
Yeah, you're gonna win this, because once your units converge, it's over.
Oh, it's way over. God, war is so expensive as the Soviet Union once your troops start deploying, though, let me fucking tell you. We're converging on their capital. Hell, there's a Moldovan tank that pushed up ahead. Damn, Moldova, that's a
Yeah,
pretty
that's
advanced
it.
tank. They have not enough protecting their capital right now. The only thing stopping me from rushing it is supply. The fact that I don't have the supply to do that.
I'm surprised your allies in the south didn't push up north.
In the south, do note, for people, mutual defense have to fight through my
Wait.
borders. They can't fight through their own.
I forgot maybe they also don't have permission from Baghdad. I mean, Iraq. Because I was saying, if you look southwest of Baghdad, there's some useless camp there. But I forgot they might need Iraq permission to go through Iraq into your.
Yeah, they need Iraq's permission to go through Iraq. God, this is just a swarm of red units. Oh.
Wait, who is that?
Oh, no, run away, Recon, run away. Actually, you're kind of fun. No, run away. Bad. Oh, you don't have supply. No! Oh, but hey, we're pushing down the road. Oh, dude, my east and west are actually converging right now. And taking control of a railroad. Awesome. Oh my god, the west is just a swarm of chaos and death right now. Holy fuck. They've lost almost 200 units. It's really converging around that capital now. That's awesome. With all the supply issues, it's still going this well. Without me even needing to micro. Like, I haven't needed to micro anything. The AI is just killing it.
Do you use cultural subsidy or no?
Yes, it's very important.
I'll just slowly take those off as well.
Someone got independence, Nigeria. Doesn't look like they like us.
Wait, do you use family subsidy or is it only called social assistance?
I use everything except social assistance. I get everything to 100% except social assistance. I leave that empty. Social assistance is like a balancing act.
We took their capital.
And I took their capital and they surrendered! Oh, I ended up with some annexed territory out of this. What?
Yeah, Nigeria is, blue.
Let me
so I'm
lower
getting
that
rid of
maintenance and training like a whole bunch while my units all get out of here. Now, why did this just happen the way it did? So Soviet Iran's now a thing. Why did I annex this stuff over here? Let me check the loyalty. Is it a different loyalty? It is! This loyalty is for a different country. That's right, it's for Kurdistan. Yep. Kurdistan has loyalty in northern Iraq, western Iran, and southeastern Turkey. So I annexed all the stuff that belongs, that historically Kurdistan would claim as their own. Okay. I don't have a problem with that. I'll just leave that annexed. I have 73.3% treaty integrity, so I'm gonna just rest. Soviet Iran, welcome home. Alright, let's get these battle zones fixed up. So my units start going to sleep.
Well, my inflation is negative 0.2%.
That's not good.
It'll get better. As I fix my place.
Yeah, I still can't believe how much of this game you've played. And every time we start a new thing, something else manages to go wrong for you.
Well, this one is I was trying to keep my resources too low for my consumers, my people.
You underestimated how much of your income came from that. You should have checked the income report before you made such big decisions like that. Well, Soviet Iran is another colony of mine that can actually maintain its own land force because it already has land production. And Turkmenistan looks like they need to be bailed out again. Turkmenistan. One of these days, Turkmenistan, I'm just gonna swallow you whole. Just nom nom, new Soviet territory. Understand this. If you keep going bankrupt on me. There's a huge-ass storm over Europe and the Soviet Union right now. I'm glad this wasn't present when we were fighting, when I was just fighting in Iran right now.
Yeah, it goes all the way to Maine.
Yeah, it's insane, this storm. Holy fuck. I'm going to enable structure auto repair in the theater. So I can repair all this fucking shit in the territory that I actually just took. Because I just took this interesting strip of land. Just West Iran. Just because that's all the land that's loyal to Kurdistan. And quite frankly, I don't feel like freeing Kurdistan. I could. I don't even feel like releasing them as a colony. I could. But I already have the land. I don't feel like freeing it. Especially not if I can't make a whole Kurdistan. It's honestly better, in my opinion, to just be more population for me. Because I gained some pop out of there. But how's that for some border gore? My allies are lazily leaving some troops here. I love how I still have a... Oh wait, no, I must have taken this stuff from Iran. I was like, how do I still have all this, like, trash tier infantry and elite guard? I don't even have elite guard. I'm realizing I just absorbed it from Iran. Well, that's probably going to get turned into, I'm probably just going to scrap a lot of that. Quite frankly. And mountain infantry, my god.
Yeah, that's not something you would have.
I'm literally just gonna tell all the trash tier infantry right now to go scrap. Just right now, go scrap. Get out. Oh, their president just changed. It just became John Kennedy. There's a spot in Russia where my troops, and a lot of troops I've noticed, can just get stuck. It's one of those spots where all the pathfinding dies. Fucking India ended up with 2 technologies that I didn't have yet. So I'm just buying it from them. Literally just to keep up my relations with them. And you're not emigrating nearly as many people. In fact, you might actually be gaining people for once. US got to 230 million now. UK's at 76.5. Oh god. Damn it, Syria. In what world would Syria go along with NATO? What is this nonsense? Don't make me kill you too. I'll kill you. New alliance formed, Tunisia and Iceland. Man, Tunisia's really getting in good with NATO, huh? Now that's really interesting, considering Tunisia's one of the countries that's still at war with North Vietnam. France and Tunisia. I'm pretty sure anyone that France releases would end up at war with them. Whoa! What the hell just happened? Are you having a stroke? Set the pizza down and it caused the game to pause like crazy. Jesus Christ. Oh god, Russia has land-launched ICBMs. What the fuck? ICBMs that have the same range as their silo ICBMs. But they're not used in a silo. They're just launched out of a land launcher.
Do they have the same strength as the ones from the silos?
No, probably not.
I was gonna say that's probably the difference.
But still, you got enough launchers, you could just send them somewhere and be like, ha, you thought you were out of range? Bitch!